welcome back to my YouTube channel. It has been quite a long time since I've done a sit down video like this, but I decided to do a current baby faves for Jackson at the moment, and he is 5 months old. He's going to be 6 months old soon, but I kind of compiled a list of a lot of the things that we use on a daily basis that Jackson seems to really like, and I'm going to try to break them down into categories, and then I will link everything that I possibly can down in the description box in case you guys want to shop any of these products as well. But these are things that we use, like I said, almost on a daily basis for Jackson, that he responds really well to, that he really likes, and so I'm just going to get right into it. So if you see me looking at my phone, I did put them in categories on my phone. So the first one we're going to talk about is sleep. Now Jackson does still sleep in our room. He sleeps in his pack and play next to the bed. And I talked about in some of these products you'll have seen already in my newborn must-haves video, but so we talked about sleep sacks. Now we did use those, I don't know, Swaddle Me Baby, I don't know the specific name, but we did use the ones where their hands are up like this in the beginning for Jackson, and then he outgrew those, and so now we just do jammies, and then we put him in these sleep sacks. Now these specific ones are from Burt's Bees. I got them off of Amazon. We love the ones that are zippers. So this one just zips from the bottom. I always just put him in a long sleeve jammy like I was talking about, and then this is like a tank top style, and this is mostly just to have an extra layer to keep him warmer at night. And then it zips, I guess it doesn't zip from the bottom. You have to do it up top here and then zip it down. So they're really super easy and convenient for diaper changes in the middle of the night because you can just unzip it. I have found that just a long sleeve onesie is easiest for us, and then I just put his Owlet on and put socks on him, and then I can just zip it up a little ways and then unbutton the bottom of his onesie and then change his diaper really quick and easy. So that is typically what we use, and these he loves, and they keep him nice and cozy at night. So those are one of our faves for sleeping. Now a couple other things that I mentioned, and I'll just put up pictures, is the Owlet. Now I did talk about this in my newborn must-haves video, but the Owlet is still something, even after almost 6 months, that we use faithfully every single night. And obviously this isn't necessarily a fave for him, but it's a fave that we still tried and true swear by because it just makes us feel most comfortable with him sleeping at night. So I'll put up a little picture, but that is what we use every single night to track his heart rate and his oxygen level, to make sure that he is sleeping safely, and that just gives us some peace of mind and helps us sleep easier. So they are a little bit of an investment, but I will say that it has been like a godsend, and we use it, like I said, every single day. So shout out to my mother-in-law because she's the one that ended up purchasing that for us, but it's something that we'll use for every single baby, and we still love it. So the other thing that I'll pop up a picture of, and it's something we use every single night, is the Hatch Baby sound machine. And we specifically love this one because it has light to it and you can change all the colors, and it also has the sound. So we have it on, I believe, like a red color, which is more kind of mood, and then I think the ocean setting or something. And we have it on the nightstand, and we use it every single night faithfully. I think that it helps incorporate it into his nighttime routine so he knows that it is bedtime. And then it also gives off that red glow, so it helps me in the middle of the night when I'm nursing to have a little bit of light so it's not pitch black in here. So that is something we use every single night, and I think that it helped get him into a routine of bedtime by having that as one of the steps in our nighttime routine. So then the last thing that I'm going to talk about as far as night sleeping goes is pacifiers, which if you watched any of my baby eating videos, then you know that I said that these were a regret and a total waste of money, which I do still stand by that somewhat because I went way overboard. I purchased way too many passies and way too many different kinds of passies. But at 5.5 months old, my son decided for some odd reason that now he's a binky kid. never has been a binky kid. I've tried to get him to take a binky for I don't know how long. I gave up trying because obviously I thought we were beyond the point. I think for the first 2 or 3 months of his life, I was like really wanting him to take a passy, and he took one for like a week and then was just, nope, no more. And I tried and I tried and I tried because I thought it would be helpful, and he didn't want it. He did not want it, and so I just gave up. And then the other day, literally only a couple weeks ago, maybe not even a couple weeks ago, I was in the car and he's getting to the point of teething, and so I didn't have anything soft for him to chew on, and so I gave him a binky that I had in the diaper bag, and I just let him play with it and chew on it. And lo and behold, that little boy decided that he wanted the binky, and so ever since he has been obsessed with them. And the ones that we specifically are using are the Bibs Pacifiers. And I do like these ones because they seem to stay in his mouth really well, because they do have the end that's a different shape. So he does take one of these at night for bed. Sometimes he will just fall asleep on his own if I have nursed him somewhat recently, and then sometimes I have to nurse him to bed. But in the middle of the night when he's not hungry but he wakes up and is stirring and looking for something, I'll just put his binky back in his mouth and then he'll go right back to bed. So he has loved these, and they have helped us a lot with just getting him right back to bed without having to try to nurse him or anything else. So we are enjoying the binkies. So I think that is all I have as far as sleep goes. So the next category is, I'm gonna call this its own category, but it's just books. So now that he is a little bit older and a little bit more engaged, we love to do reading. I read to him every single day. I was doing really well where I read him a ton of books every day, and now we've gotten busier. Seems the weather's gotten better and we don't do as many, but I still try to do like at least 5 books a day. And I just pulled a couple of our favorites real quick to show you, but in general, just books is something that has been a huge favorite for us recently. So one of our faves, and I actually got this for literally I think 10 cents at a local consignment shop, but that is Goodnight Construction Site, and this is a hardcover book. I know for sure you can get it on Amazon, and this is just a super cute book, and it's one that we like to read before bed every night. So that is one of our faves. And then another one of our favorites is The Good Egg. And shout out to my friend Elena because she got this for us and I hadn't even heard of it, but it is adorable. It's so, so cute. And it is one that you have to be careful with if you have kiddos like my nephew's age. And he is nearly 18 months old, but he would rip this in a heartbeat. But this is a super adorable book. It has a really good storyline and a really good purpose behind it. So I highly recommend this book. I don't know for sure where she got it, but I assume you could probably just get it off Amazon. I'll check. But that is one of our faves for sure. And then another fave is Grumpy Monkey. Now this one you for sure can get off Amazon. It is where I got it. And this book is so cute and had really good reviews. That's why I ended up buying it. But this also has a super good storyline and a really good purpose behind it. So, but look at the monkey in this book, guys. Like, he's just so stinking cute. And throughout the whole entire book, like, he's just adorable. I can't get over him and how cute he is. If it'll focus. So, yes, Grumpy Monkey. And it's a pretty quick read, so it's easy for all ages. But again, one that could be ripped pretty easily. And then the last one that I'm just going to show you quickly is an Usborne book, and I am obsessed with Usborne. I had a party and got a bunch of books from them. They are definitely one of my faves, and my best friend is going to be having a party soon, and I already have a huge wish list because we, just like I said, love books. So this is one of our faves because, and Jackson's sleeping, so I don't know that I want to push the buttons. Hold on. I guess that wasn't too loud. But as you're reading the story, it talks about each character that comes into play that is noisy, and then the animals are on the side that you can push the buttons, and then towards the end it's talking about, wow, what a noisy farm, and then it tells this button down here gives off all of the animals' sounds. So my nephew just came over the other day and he really liked this one. He specifically liked the cat noise, so I'm pretty sure if he was over all the time, the kitty button would be completely worn out. But that is one of our faves, and really any Usborne book we love, but this one can't be ripped. It's good for a lot of different ages, and they just have a ton of really good teaching books. This obviously isn't necessarily one of them, but we just really like their books in general. So those are a few of our book faves at the moment. So the next category is eating. Jackson still is exclusively breastfeeding. He recently decided he also is a bottle child, which if you know, then I have been struggling to get him to take a bottle. He's exclusively breastfed. I had him taking a bottle for about a week in about 2 months on, and that's because I was going to be returning to work. I made the decision not to return to work at this moment because I am a registered nurse. I was working night shift. It just wasn't something that was going to work out for our family. And then with COVID right now, we just thought it best for me to stay home with him. So I will be returning to my job as a registered nurse, but not at this very moment. So anyways, I kind of stopped with the bottles because I knew I was going to be staying home with him, so I figured I would just nurse him. And then I tried to reintroduce them so that maybe we could leave him with a parent while we had to do something, and he would not take them. Like, guys, I tried everything. I watched YouTube videos. I tried the whole nursing and then slipping the bottle in his mouth while he was nursing. The boy did not want anything to do with it. And he is starting some purees now, loves his food. He's such a foodie. And so now he's just interested in that type of stuff. And so now I tried a bottle the other day, and lo and behold, the boy loves the bottle. So sometimes every now and again I'll have Levi give him a bottle so that we can keep him introduced into the bottle in case we need to leave him with somebody. But like I said, he has started purees at the moment. So we use, right now I'm just doing store-bought purees, but I do want to make my own baby food. We're just on stage 1. I'm slowly introducing it to him because we are breastfeeding and I just kind of want to take my time with it. So we use spoons to feed him, of course, but then one thing that we have really enjoyed are these cute spoons where they can feed themselves. So these help with hand-eye coordination, of course, where I just scoop a little bit of the puree onto the spoon and then hand it to him, and then he is able to find his mouth. And I'll insert a little clip because it is literally the cutest thing in the world. There you go. Oh, good job. Good job. Watching him with this, and I will say it's very messy and I'm pretty OCD, so but he loves it, and it's really good for hand-eye coordination. And they are just soft rubber spoons. They can go in the dishwasher when you're done with them, and they have just been something that we've really enjoyed during food time. And then the other thing as far as food goes is our high chair. Now, one of the things that I talked about in my baby items I regret buying was the IKEA high chair, because I'm pretty sure he was too big for it before he was even old enough to be in it. So I ended up selling that, and I bought a secondhand one from one of my friends, and we really like this one. I don't know the specific name, and I will put up a picture of it, but I believe it's a Graco one, and it is awesome. It has worked fabulous for us. It's, like I said, we just bought it secondhand, but it has all sorts of different features. It seems to keep him in place super well. It's really easy to clean up. All of the parts slide off of it, so it's easy to get him in and out of it. So that is something that we've also really loved for mealtime. So that is everything as far as food goes. Now we will go on to talk about walks. So we have incorporated walking most days since it started to get a little warmer here in Michigan. Now it was in the high 30s, mid 40s type-ish, and we started doing walks. Now, because it was still so cold outside, I was really worried about taking him out, but we do have one of these strollers where I can flip it around to face me so the wind doesn't get to him. And then I picked up this really cute Snowsuit, and I know this doesn't pertain to everybody, but I picked this up off of Amazon. And he has worn this the majority of the time when we go on walks, so that way I know that he is nice and warm. It has sleeves that fold over so his hands are warm. It has a cute little hood on it with ears, and it zips all the way from the bottom, and then the feet also can fold over and have cute little bear paws. So that way I know that he is nice and cozy and bundled up and warm in his little suit. So we have been loving this as far as Michigan walks in the early springtime, because it is not warm enough yet for him to really be outside, but this way we can still get some walking in and he can get some fresh air. So that's something we have used a crap ton. Now the other thing is his cute little beanies. Now we just had regular store-bought hats and they really didn't fit him very well, and they're not really that great a quality. And then my wonderful sister-in-law's mother made us these adorable, I guess that they're knit, sorry if I get that wrong, hats. And she made up so many different colors for me, and that was incredibly thoughtful of her, because you literally cannot buy something like this in the store. Like, these are just absolutely amazing, and they fit his head perfectly, and he wears them literally every single day that we go anywhere. He wears them on walks, he wears them in his car seat, he wears them if we go outside at all, he's wearing this hat. So get yourself somebody who knows how to do this and have them make you some of these, or buy them from somebody who makes these, because you literally can't go wrong. And I love, love, love these, and I'm going to be sad when he outgrows them because I love them. So switching directions a little bit as far as walks go, we did recently take a family vacation to Florida. So obviously that stuff was irrelevant in Florida because it was 80-some degrees. So something we really liked in Florida and something we will be using in Michigan when it gets warmer is this little fan. And we got the black one, but I did purchase this off of Amazon, and it is battery operated, or it comes with a charger so you can charge it. And then it has these legs that you see can just literally wrap around things. So we just wrapped it right around his stroller, so that way it was blowing some cool breeze on him in the really super hot, humid weather. So that way we could go on walks and we didn't feel like he was gonna get overheated. So that was a must in Florida, and I think we'll use it a lot in the Michigan summer. So I think I have, oh, one other thing as far as a different category goes is bath time. And I'll put a picture up because I think this is a little bit wet right now. But we used to use just a regular baby bath, and I really liked the baby bath that we had. It has a little hump that can be turned around as they get bigger. But now that Jackson is big enough to where he is getting mobile, when I put him in that, all he wants to do is lean forward the whole entire time. Because he's intrigued by his toes and whatnot, and so then he is hard to clean because he's all hunched up and leaned forward. And then he also will scoot himself off the hump and slide down in the water, and then I feel like he's gonna get his head underwater and drowned. So we don't really use the baby bathtub at the moment. And something that my mother-in-law told me about that she used with all of the boys growing up is this little sponge that you put at the bottom of the bathtub. So I ended up finding this on Amazon, and it is a little blue bear sponge. And because what I was doing is I would just lay a towel at the bottom of the bathtub, and then I would fill up, you know, a little bit of water and then clean him like that. But the towel isn't very soft, and I felt like that kind of is hard on his back, and when you would kick, I felt bad. So she told me about this little bear sponge. You lay it at the bottom of the tub, fill up the water as much as you want to, and then you just lay them on the sponge, and then they can kick around freely. They are comfortable because this thing is like this thick and is super inexpensive. I think it was $15. So we have loved that. That is what we use every single night for bath time, so that way he is stretched out, he is able to splash around in the water, and now he's getting so excited about the water. He literally like soaks me when I give him a bath. But that has been really nice for us because then I'm not afraid of him slipping down into the water, and I can actually get in all of his cracks and crevices because he's laid out and flat. So, and then it's really nice too because with the regular towel at the bottom of the bathtub, it gets so saturated with water that obviously I have to wring it out and everything, and then it's sopping. But with the little bear made out of foam, you can just wring it out and it's practically dry by the time you're done. So that is something that we use as far as bath goes. And then my last category for Jackson at the moment is toys. So let me show you some things that he is currently enjoying. So we like to use a lot of these Rattles, and this is just one that my aunt got for him. And these are the soft Rattles, so it's all plushy. So I like to give him these because he swings crap around all the time, as you can imagine. And then if he hits himself with it, I'm not really worried because it is squishy and soft. So those are current faves for us. Now these I've seen on Amanda Seiper here on YouTube. She got this for her daughter, and this is something that I got off Amazon, and Jackson loves this thing, and he can grab onto it literally anywhere. It's a little tangle ball, and so it's super nice for hand-eye coordination. It's easy for him to grab onto, and then these are all just really soft and rubbery, so they work super well for him for teething. So everything at the moment goes in the mouth, as you can imagine. So he likes to grab onto this, he likes to hold onto it and play with it. It's pretty colors, and then he likes to eat it. So that is a current fave as well. And then because he is teething as well at the moment, and he has one little tooth coming in at the bottom here, I just noticed the other day. But I did get these keys, the jelly keys that you can put in the fridge that are cool. I got those off of Amazon, and those are nice as well because with the ring he's able to hold on to it, and then he can pop those in his mouth and chew on them, and they're nice and cool. And then I also got these teething rings that are the same thing. You just pop them in the fridge, they get cold, and then it came in a 3-pack off Amazon, and then he is able to just hold it and chew on it, and he really likes these now that he has a tooth popping through. And then another toy that is a current fave of ours is this baby Einstein tummy time one. So it actually has so many awesome features to it. Now that okay, so the back pops up like this, and you just prop it up, and then he's on his tummy, and I'll show you a little clip, but then he can push all of the buttons. So this thing is ridiculously smart. You can spin this thing, and then it just shows colors and music, or you can just push the buttons. Now you can do it in English, Spanish, or French, which is super awesome for learning purposes. This is a baby Einstein, if I didn't say that. And then it will tell you the animals that are on there, or you can flip it to the colors, or you can just flip it to music. So this is super, super nice because, like I said, he can use it while he's on his tummy. He is learning to reach out and actually press it. He loves all the colors, and I think it's super helpful that you can do it in different languages as well. So we purchased this off Amazon, but highly recommend this toy as well. So the last couple of things that I'm going to talk about is just our walker and our activity center. So now that Jackson is 5.5 months old, he has been since about 4 months being put in these stand-up activity things so that he can gain more strength, and he really, really enjoys them. So I'll show you guys the specific ones that we have, but we have his little walker that he's in on our linoleum, and he loves to play with all the toys on his walker. So I just nursed this little chunky boy. What are you doing? But watch his reaction to milk because he is just such a little chubber. And then he is pushing himself backwards at this point. And then he has a little stand-up activity center that we bring down, put in the living room and stuff, that he is in like while we're eating dinner or anything like that, that has all sorts of toys on it. And the specific one that my mom got us for Christmas, I really enjoy because I feel like it's super stable and I don't have to worry about him falling over in it. So we really enjoy this one. And then it has a lot of cute toys on it, and it also has plenty of little buttons on there that he can press that play music and sound. Those have been really helpful things because instead of just being able to lay him on a mat or just being able to put him in a bouncer, those are more activities that he can be put in throughout the day that I can get something done, and he also is engaged and learning and playing and hand-eye coordination, and he seems to just really, really enjoy them. So I think that's everything, guys, for the most part that we use typically on a daily basis that Jackson is really enjoying right now at 5 months, almost 6 months old. If you guys want one of these videos like a current mom favorites that I am using all the time as a stay-at-home mom and just a newer mom in general, then make sure to let me know down in the comments or give this video a like and I'll be sure to do that video. And then if you want another one of these updated videos as Jackson gets older of more products that we're using along the way, then make sure to let me know that as well. But thanks guys so much for tuning into this video, and I will see you in the next one.